And welcome back to TommyTV for those who were with us earlier, and welcome to the broadcast. If you were not here for the previous game, you saw some of the replays and the match between the Taylorville Lady Tornadoes 7th grade volleyball team as they took on the Morton Junior Potters. Taylorville was able to come away with that win. Took 3 sets to do it, but Taylorville was able to come away with a very close, very well-played win for the Taylorville Tornadoes, and that punched their ticket into this state championship match here to start in just a couple of minutes. Before this, we had a matchup between the Morton Junior Potters and the Manuka Indians. That was a little bit more of a one-sided game. Manuka was able to win that in just 2 sets to claim the 3rd place position, and Morton had to settle for 3rd. But the reason everyone is watching here, whether you're from Taylorville, whether you're from Frankfort Hickory Creek, Illinois, the nation, the U.S., or internationally, you are here to watch the state championship game between the Taylorville Tornadoes and the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers here on TommyTV. It's been mentioned earlier, Taylorville's only had one previous trip to the state finals. But before I mention anything like that, let's watch the Tornadoes come out here. We got all of Taylorville here on their feet as the Tornadoes prepare to enter the court. Even Frankfort Hickory Creek is having some fun with it as well. They're having fun with us. We're having fun with them. Hopefully we'll have a fun night, and here they come. Taylorville Tornadoes entering the court with the largest cheer I've heard all night. Taylorville's last time in this tournament was in 2022. They got knocked out before they could even make it to day 2. Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers have made it to 3 times since last 3 times other than this game. In 2019 where they placed 3rd, in 2023 where they placed 4th, and last year where they placed 1st. So they're looking to go back-to-back. They're currently the undefeated champions so far of 7th grade volleyball, looking to go back-to-back state championships, and they had the Taylorville Tornadoes to go through to finish that off. There we got to see a little bit of the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers play, but mostly we've been able to see the Taylorville Tornadoes play in both the last match against Morton as well as in their match against the Levant Old Quarry Warriors. After everything you've been able to see watching these guys, give me one thing that these Taylorville Tornadoes do better than anyone else, and one thing that they need to improve on going into this match here tonight.
Thanks for having me on again, Ben. Taylorville needs to do better on his communicate on the court. Stop watching where the ball is at. Just listen for the whistle. And when the whistle blows, they know the ball is either in or out. And what they doing a good job of just playing their style of the game. And for Martin, for Gregory here on the other side, state defending champs, and they need to play their style of the game to become a back-to-back. So it should be a fun one.
Yep, both sides play a very aggressive style of play. Both of them want to get the ball set up to their big, powerful hitters to get as many kills as possible, make it near impossible for the opposing team to be able to control the ball, let alone return it. As always, we have a very packed Taylorville crowd. We got our student section as well as the rest of the crowd. Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers is much lighter, but don't let their small size deceive you. They are still a very loud and very supportive fan base despite their size. We got Tommy Tornado out here as well. He's been here throughout the whole state championship. And the Frankfort Hickory Tigers also have their mascot present today. Speaking of mascots, Tommy was at 9 o'clock at the high school to send off the THS Jazz Band. They're currently playing at the State Farm Center in Champaign, Illinois for the IHSA State Boys Basketball Championships as their official band for all 4 classes of championship play. So we'd like to congratulate all the members of the band on their great accomplishment. They had to record a video of themselves and enter that into a contest before they were able to get the right to play there, so we are all very proud of them. Coaches for both teams, the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers, are coached by Katie Roberts. And of course, the Taylorville Tornadoes is head coached by Coach Matt Peabody. There you should be able to hear the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers. Their entire trance are led by the young elementary students from their school, not led by their junior high school, or parents led by those elementary kids. And they do a very good job at getting their fans worked up to support these teams. Both these teams are undefeated coming into this play. Taylorville Tornadoes at a record of 28-0 after their win against Morton. And Frankfort Hickory Creek stands at 20-0 after their victory against the Manuka Indians.
But all those records don't matter. They're good, impressive, but whoever's going to come out with the one next to their name, it's going to be something you don't want.
That's absolutely right, Tanner. Despite how much these players want to treat it just as any old game, it's near impossible to stop that stress from getting to you. This is a game unlike anything either of these teams have ever played before. You only get one chance at a state championship for this age level. They're both going to have to make the most of their opportunity. Neither team's going to walk home empty-handed, but one team's going to walk away a lot happier than the other. Both teams get recognized, both teams get trophies, but they both want to get that first place history and forever go down in the history books as the 2025 IESA Class 4A 7th grade state volleyball champions.
Oh, absolutely. You made a good point there. But both these guys on a winning streak, 28 straight for Taylorville, 20 straight for Morton.
Yep, so we are just about 10 minutes away from starting lineups here. Let's talk a little bit about Taylorville's journey to even get here in the first place. Obviously, they've been having a great season so far. Yesterday, if you were able to join us, the Taylorville Tornadoes played the Lamont Old Quarry Warriors, beat them fairly easily in 2 sets. That got them a ticket to today and a guaranteed hardware for the trophy case. But the Taylorville Tornadoes were searching for a little bit more. At 12:15 today, the Taylorville Lady Tornadoes took on the Morton Junior Potters. A much closer game. First set was Taylorville's leading all the way. The Morton made sure to keep it close. Final score was 25-21 for that first set. Then that second set, Morton came out hot, kept the lead for most of the set, won that one 25-21. But Taylorville decided that it was time to send Morton to the consolation game. They led pretty handedly for most of that set with a final score of 25-20. They are your competitors against the Frankfort Hickory Tigers here today. As far as Frankfort's road to the state championship, they took on the Homer Glen Homer Mustangs and beat them fairly easily in 2 sets. Then today, the first match of today, they took on the Manuka Indians, who also took them to 3 sets. Frankfort started off with a lot of simple mistakes, illegal hits and net violations, but they ended up making a comeback to beat them in that first set, 25-23. But in the close second set, Manuka was able to come out on top, 25-20. Then Frankfort, similar to how Taylorville did, decided to take a one-sided third set to win 25-17 to keep their chances of going back-to-back alive. Both teams playing with their full rosters, I believe, here tonight. I don't think anyone has been injured throughout play so far here. Always good to hear. So it's just a minute and a half before the Tornadoes take the court for their bit of training, for their practices. We look forward to them, seeing how much of a support they get, seeing how close this match is going to be here at Kingsley Junior High School is the site for these games. And while we're on the topic of volleyball, we'll be on the topic all night, but we have to mention the 8th grade Taylorville volleyball team. They won their regionals and are heading to sectionals this Monday. So make sure you'll be able to support them. We will not be broadcasting that game unless they end up, of course, making it to state, in which case you may be seeing, or I guess hearing, from me and Tanner once again to watch the 8th grade team as they compete in state. But they got to make it through this sectional matchup first.
First at Quincy, their path, it's not here, but their state will be at Merton, the team that for the 7th grade who just took 4th place. So that's where the state is. I hope Merton 8th grade made it able to play on their home court one more time or 3 more times. And hopefully Taylorville will be there as well.
So with the sound of that buzzer, the Taylorville Tornadoes will enter the court. Tornadoes fans welcoming student section come to their feet as they come to watch the Taylorville Tornadoes start their practice sets.
Yeah, going on TommyTV history in terms of state championships. We got one. Now we're about to get an X.
Yep,
How about that too?
Last 7th grade state championship was not volleyball, it was basketball against the team we just played in Morton Junior High School with a not last second shot, but a couple seconds left in the game. Grace Rogers put up a layup to lead the Taylorville Tornadoes to win that game 18-16. Was one of our most viewed broadcasts on TommyTV in the last state victory for this the Tornadoes 7th grade class. Obviously different class here today, but still 7th grade nonetheless. They'll be hoping to add another state championship to their records, this time in volleyball.
Yeah, and TommyTV hopefully to get another win. We caught one state, about to catch another.
We are just 4.5 minutes away from starting lineup and then the first serve. Again, I cannot tell you for certain which team's going to have that first serve. I was unable to see who won that encounter, and there's no way for me to tell just yet.
But based off of I seen celebrations, looks like that team right there will have the first serve.
It's based on which side there are, because there's also 2 volleyballs on the side of Taylorville. So, yes, it is true that the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers were cheering out of that serve, so maybe they did get served first. But I also see another ball on the Taylorville side, so I could just as easily see it be Taylorville. Regardless, we will find out once the game starts.
The balls, see that ball, that air, that's the serving ball. So they do have one both sides. But I do believe Frankfort won the toss here. But Taylorville,
just about 3 minutes away from start time. We still have a few Tornadoes fans trickling into the stadiums. Or I guess gymnasium would be the best way to put it.
I mean, we couldn't be here without our two drivers, Jacob Adam out there, and then Tim Laveau sitting out there. We have two camera crew, and Lexus Henry is sitting right next to Tim. So,
yeah, we appreciate all the extra work that our camera and studio and all of our other helpers do to help put on an incredible broadcast here on TommyTV. We are excited to even have the opportunity to be out here and to broadcast this for you guys. We hope you guys are enjoying the content so far and hope you'll stick with us for hopefully a Taylorville Tornadoes state championship. Not going to be an easy one though.
You want to go over who's in the studio and who's go over in the studio? Like who's in the studio working in this game?
I'm not sure of everyone working in the studio, so we'll just give one full shout out to the studio. And there we appreciate everyone who's in there and working. So while we've still got a little bit of time, let's go over some of the keys to Taylorville's success here today. First one was a big problem in the Morton game, and that's court awareness. There's a lot of times where the Taylorville team just doesn't quite know where they are on the court. Lets balls that they think are going out that are going to end up landing in, costing them a few simple mistakes that cost them points that are easily avoidable. Number two is one that we had in the last game as well, is to make sure to get your good spikers set up. Get good sets for those people who can spike it, get kills, make it as difficult as possible for Frankfort to return the ball as much as possible. And the final one is just to treat it as any other game. It's easier said than done. Obviously, with the state championship on the line, the stress and nervousness has to be high. But whether we're up by 20 or down by 20, they got to play, giving it their all, no matter what.
Yeah,
Play like it's any other game and never give up on this one. And I think the Tornadoes will be able to come out on top today.
Yeah, I mean, we have two coaches that been through state before, been through the finals, and been to the Final Four. So they able to get them. That's why they're the coaches. Able to get their mindset and to see what this game is about.
So with that buzzer, we're about to get started with starting our lineups. Before we go to the first serve. We'll wait for the sportsmanship talk, and then we'll go over the starting lineups. We'll be here with me to help relay the starting lineups. The ISA support and sportsmanship speech goes out to all these fans here, but we also hope that everyone watching online as well will be kind to one another regardless of who's watching. We're all here to support our teams and have fun, but that doesn't mean that we need to degrade opposing teams to get that job done. You can support your own teams regardless of how the other team is doing as well. We appreciate everyone for tuning in to TommyTV today. We'd also like to shout out our officials for tonight. They're going over now. They've been doing a great job so far throughout the tournament. It is a very big honor to get this here. To get to this point as an official is very, very impressive. Takes a lot of hard work to get to here. And we appreciate you guys for everything that you do. So now let's meet the starting lineups. Taylorville Tornadoes are going to be the visitors on the scoreboard. You can probably infer that by how loud they are cheering right now. Starting off with number 8, Macy Neighbors, an outside hitter for the Tornadoes. Next up is number 15, Ella Ralph, the setter. Followed up by number 16, Ainsley Altman, the middle hitter. Next up is number 19, the outside hitter, Anna Besharowski. Next up is number 21, Kenley Durbin, a setter. And finally, number 34, middle hitter, Ella Bertelson. Before the libero, number 6, Mila Gregory. That is your starting lineup for the Tornadoes. Let's meet the starting lineup for the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers. Starting off with number 6, Demi Hartman. Currently setter for today, but has also played libero. Next up is number 9, Kingsley Connolly, the outside hitter. Followed by number 14, Aubrey Barlow, defensive specialist. Next up is number 23, Emma Miker, another defensive specialist. Followed by number 28, Allison Irvin, middle hitter. Next up is number 30, Aubrey Sazama, middle hitter. And finally, the libero, number 1, Ashley Ortiz. That is your starting lineup for the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers. In just a minute, we will begin the IESA 7th grade state championship match between the Tigers of Frankfort Hickory Creek and your Taylorville Tornadoes. Taylorville, of course, doing their I Believe chant. Here come the players. Tommy getting their side hyped up. The Frankfort Hickory Creek Tiger getting their side hyped up. We have an incredible matchup for you today. Let's go ahead and get the state championship match underway. First things first, though, a quick lineup check by the referees, and then we'll go ahead and get started. And it will be Taylorville to get the ball first. The liberos come in for each side after the R2 makes the check. The Tornadoes get first serve.
The fans are set. The Taylorville fans are set. The other team's fan is set. Both teams is set. Here we go.
Here's
First serve.
Number 15, Ella Ralph set to serve. And let's get the 7th grade championship underway. Serve is over to the Tigers. Big spike out of bounds. And the Tornadoes will get the first points of the match. Ella Ralph been one of the best servers for the Tornadoes so far. I believe it started off almost every match, if not every match for the Tornadoes. And a quick little tip over will give the Tornadoes a 2-0 lead. Have a net violation, I believe was the call. Wouldn't have mattered either way, though. Service over and recovered by the Tigers. Big spike, able to be recovered. Saved with a dig, not able to get over. Good effort by the Tornadoes there to try to keep that one alive. Unable to get that done, though. Number 14 checking out for the Tigers, Aubrey Barlow, in favor of Ella Varek, number 16. Service over to the Tornadoes. Powerful serve, but able to be contained. And a quick low tap over. Saved by the Tigers.
And saved by them and Taylorville.
Saved by both sides. Very impressive efforts for both sides. That's why you never give up on a play.
Because the whistle hasn't blown.
Both teams are able to reset now. Tornadoes with a big spike over. Saved by the libero. Quick little short bump over. Just 2 hits is all that was needed to get that point. Tornadoes fans on their feet. Up next to serve the Tornadoes is Macy Neighbors, number 8. Service beckoned up, over, and no good. Ran to a net. So I guess not over. Misspoke there, got a little answer there. Number 13 checking in for the Tigers, Emmy Elliott. Coming out is number 23, Emma McCord. So serve is up for the Tigers, over to the Tornadoes. It's Mila Gregory with the hit over. Quick little double spike and gets messed up by the backboards in that one. Backboards are the lowest part hanging in this gym, and with such a high ceiling on this gymnasium, the backboards can kind of throw you off with how low they're hanging. So the Tornadoes will try to reset. We are tied right now, 3-all. In this state championship match. Little trouble with the ceiling, or backboard yet again, but able to get that under control. Mila Gregory able to control it, hit over. Tigers able to control it, and we get called for a net violation on number 13 with the Tigers.
I know you said earlier the ceilings and the nets can mess with you, but you played 2 days, 3 games. Shouldn't matter.
Yep, so Taylorville able to recover after that ceiling hit and able to get the point after the net touch by number 13, Emmy Elliott of the Tigers. Hit the net on that spike. 1, 2, 3, gets it bumped over for the Tornadoes. Tigers unable to recover after that one. Huge block will get the Tornado fans on their feet. Next up to serve is Mila Gregory, the libero for the Tornadoes. Her overhand serve is up, over, and good. Quick low set and spike attempt for Ella Bertelson, unable to get over the net. She has been dominant for most of this game, or of the series as a spiker, but unable to get that job done. Hopefully she'll be able to get back in the right swing of things to help out the Tornadoes. Set and spike for the Tornadoes, able to be recovered, but not enough for a spike. Tornadoes able to recover, and another spike, and able to get down. Anna Mesherowski will get the credit for that one. Substitutions being made for the Tornadoes. Ralph comes out in favor of number 9, Peyton May. So it'll be Ella Bertelson to serve. Serve is up, little far, and marked out of bounds. Not by much, but out of bounds nonetheless.
That's why you have line judges.
Yep, line judges for all games in this state series. Helps to get rid of any confusion. Be a little bit more
And then bounce
accurate.
again for Taylorville.
And as we saw, the line judge something very helpful there. Marked that one in favor of the Tornadoes. Score is now 7-5. Substitutions being made again for the Tigers as the serve is beckoned for Anna Besharowski. Up, over, good. A little difficult controlling that one, but able to get the job done. Nothing too powerful from the Tigers. Taylorville returns the favor with a spike of their own. Able to be recovered. Up and over, unable to be blocked. Is number 8, Macy Neighbors, getting all pumped up after that one. Tornadoes have been able to lead for most of this entire match, and there they will again. They'll take the largest lead so far of the night, leading by 4 points. Current score of 9-5. As mentioned, the largest so far of this match. Serve is good for the Tornadoes. Quick little dig for the Tigers to get that one under control. Tornadoes will take their time with it. Quick little top over. And we have a line violation, center line violation called on the Tornadoes. So point will go to the Tigers of Frankfort Hickory Creek. Serve is up and over, unable to be controlled by Millie Gregory. That serve came from number 13, Emmy Elliott. Very powerful jump serve there. We'll see if she'll be able to get a little service rally going. Service streak, if that's what you would prefer to call it. Jump serve is up and
it's in again.
We saw it as a problem against Morton, and hopefully it won't become as much of a problem today of just letting balls, especially services, go that are inbounds. Just got to be aware of how far that ball is going to travel, get a general idea of where you're on the court. Of course, it's almost always bound to happen, but want to try to minimize those mistakes regardless. Good dig there by the Tornadoes to get that one saved. A quick little tap over is all that they'll be able to manage. Spike slowed down by the front line. And Spike is unable to find the ground. That little tap over does though. And we are tied once again, 9-all. Been a real back and forth match where Taylorville will get a little bit of a point steal lead.
Yeah.
Then Frankfort Hickory Creek will come right back. Frankfort Hickory Creek looking for their first lead of the game so far. And they will get it after that.
There it is.
Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers lead for the first time so far this match. Beautiful serve there by number 13.
And Peabody
Emmy Elliott.
calls timeout.
So very impressive serve there by the Tigers. Forces head coach Matt Peabody to take a timeout. Tigers with obviously the largest margin of victory so far, as this is the first time they've led so far this set. Score of 11-9. And thus will start the chanting wars between the Tornadoes and the Tigers. We saw that come into big factor in terms of entertainment between the two crowds. We have Morton and Taylorville going at it last match. We now have Frankfort and Taylorville going at it again here. Assistant coach Kim Peabody there getting a few last words in there with Peyton May down there on the court. And she'll take her seat back down to the assistant coach chair. Serve is beckoned by the R1. Up, over, and out of bounds. Timeout came in useful for the Tornadoes. Able to stop the momentum that the Tigers had. And now the Tornadoes will try to get a rally of their own going. Set to serve is number 16, Ainsley Altman. Ball is in by...
Now both teams having trouble with that, thinking it's out. And that's why when the whistle is not blowing, should be keep playing. You don't need to pay attention to where the ball's at. The ref will let you know. You got 4 of them for a reason.
Yep, and of course, you know, you're going to let some of those go because you think they're going to be out, but you just need to be aware of how far that ball is really going to travel in relation to where you are on the court. It's going to happen every once in a while, but minimizing that is always best. So after that interaction, it'll go back to the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers. Number 7, Sage Canny, set to serve, a defensive specialist for the Tigers. All right, little spike over from the Tornadoes, back to the Tigers. And so they'll dump it back over to the Tornadoes. Big spike for the Tornadoes, unable to get over the net. And the Tigers will take back the 2-point lead. Service back end, up, over, and good as we'll begin this next rally. Frankfort able to keep it under control relatively. Marked inbounds. Just barely inbounds. Marked in nonetheless. Frankfort will take a lead of 3, their largest so far. Ball taken under control by the Tornadoes. Light little spike over to the Tigers. Big spike. A little tap over. Mia Gregory, the libero, getting it under control. Set and spike by the Tornadoes. Little dump by the Tigers. Taylorville will get it set up. Big spike in. Huge spike from what looked like Macy Neighbors there.
Yes, ma'am.
And with that, Taylorville will make substitutions as number 9, Peyton May, will get substituted out for number 15, Ella Ralph. So she'll take her time with it before sending it over. Ball took a little bit of difficulty, but the Tigers were able to get it back over the net. Emma with a big spike, Ella, big spike, unable to keep it in bounds. And Frankfort will hang on to their 3-point lead. Taylorville taking it slow. Tigers taking their time as well. Blocked by the front line. It was number 34, Ella Bertelson, and number 8, Macy Neighbors there with that block. And now it will be Macy to serve. Jump serve is up and over. Very powerful serve by Macy Neighbors. Tigers will just have to dump it over. Taylorville sets up a big spike too. A big of a spike though. That gets it out of bounds. Still only up by 3. Still anyone's set so far. Don't count either of these teams out as they both are going to be giving it their all throughout the rest of the set. Trying to get off to a good start. Beautiful dig by the Tigers. Ella tried to give it a powerful spike down.
And she does.
Block there. Number 21, Kingsley Durbin, and number 34, Ella Bertelson work together to create a massive spike there. Number 16, Ainsley Altman, come on for the Tornadoes as Mia Gregory serves. Ball is able to be saved, surprisingly, by the Tigers after a hit into the net. Good dig by the Tornadoes. And a big spike, able to get that one down. Number 19, Anna Besharowski. Taylorville starting to bring their way back. Only 1 point behind now. Mia Gregory set to serve again. Libero decides to go ahead and hit that one. Would have been close to being out. Hard to tell. Ella Bertelson with the kill. And just like she had the crowd standing up last game, she's got the crowd standing up this game and forces the Frankfort Hickory Croup Tigers to use the first of their 2 timeouts. We are all tied up at 16 all in with the Tornadoes having the momentum so far. Taylorville starting with their chance in response to the Frankfort Hickory Creek's chance. Taylorville the first to enter the court and we'll receive a round of applause for that. Frankfort gets their warning whistle. Officials will take back their positions. And it will be Mila Gregory to serve. Service back in, service up, over, and good to the libero of the opposing team. Spike by the Tigers, recovered by the Tornadoes. Set up for Ella Bertelsen. And again, able to be recovered by the Tigers. And they get called for a double hit on the set there. Simple mistakes can be what costs you games, especially here in the state championship. We've seen that happen with previous games, and we're seeing it happen here tonight. Taylorville takes back their lead. Ball hit out of bounds. Ball will retain with Taylorville. Imagine if Taylorville keeps this up, you'll see Frankfort take their second and final timeout soon. But for now, they'll just let them keep on playing, see if they can get the momentum back naturally. Got ruled as tipped by the line judge there. Taylorville fans not happy at all about that. They didn't see the tip, but the officials did. So they are going to move on with play and just keep on moving forward. Ball not able to make it in between the poles of the net. And as such, we're back to tied again. It's the libero for the Tigers set to serve. And it's the libero that will give them the lead. That is number 1, Ashley Ortiz. I'd like to apologize now for butchering any and all last names for the opposing team. I do not have a pronunciation sheet for you guys, unlike I do for the Tornadoes. So I apologize in advance.
Timeout taken by Matt Peabody.
So the Tornadoes take their second and final timeout of the set. The Tigers take back the lead, 20-18, as they'll get their chance started.
Nice shot there from Toby Rodmans of the both soon session.
Yep, we've got people of all age groups helping us out here tonight. We have an 8th grader. I called him a 7th grader in the last match, but he is an 8th grader, Braden, helping out with us, as well as a graduated THS member, and Toby Winans. He's going to graduate from college this year. He's helped us out a lot in previous basketball games as well. I believe it was at all the 1,000-point games helping us out. He's helping us out tonight. So after that timeout, Taylorville will look to get their momentum back. And they'll start with a little quick bump set, spike blocked, and then bounds. That one was blocked by number 30, Aubrey Sazama, a middle hitter for the Tigers. So Taylorville still not out of it yet, but they're going to have to get some momentum if they want to be able to come out on top in this set. Miscommunication there from the Tornadoes, though, isn't going to help it. And the Tigers are only 3 points away from winning this set. Substitution being made for the Taylorville Tornadoes. Number 9, Peyton May comes onto the court for number 15, Ella Ralph. Frankfort to serve again. Powerful serve, but this time able to come under control. Not control enough, though. As Frankfort only 2 points away from winning this set. Substitutions being made as number 15, Ella Ralph, comes back onto the court for Peyton May. And it's Ashley Ortiz to serve yet again. She's been having a great service streak going on so far. We'll see if the Tornadoes are able to end that right here, though. Taylorville wanted a 4-hit called. Aren't going to get it. Instead, a beautiful save by the Tigers there after the spike from Ella Bertelsen. Now the spike is blocked. And it is now just a 1-point game. Not 1-point game, excuse me, 1 point away The Tigers taking this all in this first set here.
Tiger fans are on their feet for the first time. Get Taylorville for set point.
Yep, the Tigers with that take the first set. Final score of 25-18 here in this first set, but do not count Taylorville out of it. They've still got an opportunity to win the next two sets and by extent a state championship. They were playing well throughout all the beginning half of that first set and lost it just there in the later half. If they can get back to what they were starting with, there's still a very good chance that they can come out on top here tonight. So each team will get 3 minutes after each set to kind of talk with their team, get back in the right headspace, get a drink of water if necessary. Give them some time to just take a break and get ready for this next set.
Yeah, Ben, so Taylorville first time all tournament this year, they trailed after set 1.
Yes, I do not believe the Tornadoes have trailed at all so far in their entire season so far. So this is the first for the Tornadoes, I do believe.
Yeah, trailing after set 1. But you gotta get ready for set 2. Can't worry about set 3. Everything else will take care of itself.
Yep, so Tornadoes, despite being in unmarked territory, are going to have to tread through it with caution and determination in their minds if they want to send this to a set 3 and have any hope of getting a state championship. The game was a lot closer than the score would let on. Despite being a 7-point victory for the Frankfort Tigers, it really could have gone either way, I believe, in that one. Tanner, what do you think is the big thing that the Tornadoes are going to have to fix if they want to send this to set 3?
Get into your spot at the start, and then if you want to hit the ball, make sure you hit it to somebody, and I think they'll be fine. One of the best team in 4A, so.
Yep, making sure we can get our teammates set up effectively, especially in that later half of that first set. We saw numerous sets just be too close to the net, unable to capitalize on them, and that resulted in the Tigers getting a lot of points. So it's the Tigers set to serve for the start of this second set. Tornadoes out strong, but a little too strong. That ball gets hit out of bounds by the Tornadoes, and Frankfort will take the first points of the set. There is beckoned over and good. Tornadoes will take their time. Stands are eerily quiet. And they'll call a lift on the Tigers. Lift, I believe, on that second hit there.
Yes, sir.
And now it will be number 15, Ella Ralph. She started off most of these sets for the Tornadoes, and she'll start this one as well. One of the best servers on this Tornado lineup. Service blocked by the Tornadoes, but able to be recovered. Light low tap over by the Tigers. Tornadoes will take their time. Big spike and kill by Ella Burleson.
That Ella Burleson is doing it all for her team.
So Tornadoes take their first lead of the set, and they'll hope to keep this lead for as long as they can. Blocked by Tornadoes, and unable to be saved by the Tigers. Tornadoes on a 3-0 run so far. Be Ella Ralph again to serve. First server for the Tornadoes. Light little spike over by the Tigers. Good set by the Tornadoes. Blocked, but able to be recovered by the Tornadoes. Tornadoes just going to have to settle with dumping it over. Give the Tigers some time for a set. Powerful spike, but saved by the Tornadoes. That's number 8, Macy Neighbors, with the save there. Very well done. Dig attempt by number 15, Ella Ralph. Cuts off number 19, Anna Vestrowski. Or number 16, I'm sorry. Hard to read the numbers up here. By number 16, Ainsley Altman was the other one attempting for that one. Ball just goes over the net, unable to get hit. Made contact with any of the Tornadoes. And we're back tied 3-3. The Tigers have all the momentum right now. Tornadoes are going to have to do something to help their team about that. A little bump over by the Tornadoes, returned back by the Tigers. Good set for Ella Bertelsen. And saved, but saved by the Tornadoes. 1, 2, 3, blocked single-handedly by Ella Bertelsen. You hardly ever see that happen. The Tigers were called for a double hit after their shock from that single block.
Ooh.
Good dig by the libero of the Tigers. Contact made, but not enough. And we're back to tied 4-4.
But you see, I've been seeing both teams using their thumb to keeping it off the ground.
Both teams are very good at those digs, and service came from the libero of Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers. She was the one who started that amazing service rally, if nothing else. But the Tornadoes will not let her get a single point. They'll take out what took them out earlier, right here, right now. It will be our libero, Mila Gregory, to serve. Big spike, unable to be saved. That was by number 13, Emmy Elliott. Outside hitter for the Tigers. And we're back to tied.
It's been really back and forth.
Very close game so far for both sides.
And there's another.
And that backboard just keeps on getting in our way. So the Tigers will take the lead again. Here comes the serve. Serve, recovered by Taylorville. Decent spike. Set, unable to get a spike though for the Tigers. Ella Bertelsen gets the hit over for the Tornadoes. Big spike. Likely would have been out, but not going to take the chance with that. That one is out low. 7-5 so far. There's the serve. Hit back up. And just had to be bumped over. So bump, set, spike. Have the Tigers unable to be saved. Tornadoes in first timeout will be taken by the Tornadoes. Try to kill some of that momentum. Score is 8-5 here in this second set. In favor of the Tigers. Both teams going to get their chanting up.
Yeah, it's been fun atmosphere all weekend.
Yes, all fan bases have been very supportive of their teams so far. It's been very fun to see who all is able to come out, how loud they can get. But if there were one crew that has been the most represented, it is without a doubt the Taylorville fan base. They were here before the Frankfort Hickory Creek and the Manuka Indians games, and where I should have been seeing Frankfort Hickory Creek fans, there was just a sea of purple. They have been the loudest. They've been the most present fan base here. throughout the entire tournament. We appreciate everyone who's out here tonight and everyone who's joining us online on TommyTV as well. As we just saw a beautiful save by the Tigers, followed by a big spike by Albertoson, saved though by the Tigers. As they return a big spike of their own, unable to be saved by Neil Gregory. Tigers up to their largest lead so far, 4. They'll send the serve back over. Set, and a little push there. Get this reset. Spike by Ella Bertelson. Favor return by the Tigers. Number 15, Ella Ralph, unable to keep that one under control. And she was going to get subbed out for number 9, Peyton May. Head coach Matt Peabody is just going to have a talking to her, make sure she's in the right headspace before she goes out again. Mia Gregory's bump is far back. Not the most powerful of spikes we've seen from the Tigers, but still a spike nonetheless. Ball is called out. A very close call there. Of course, line judges are going to have the best angle of those, and the call was out. So it will bring the Tigers' lead to 6. Frankfort just been able to make so many impressive saves. They've been digging and for the ball and still been able to set up for huge spikes and huge opportunities the Tornadoes just aren't able to come back from. And Coach Matt Peabody is going to take the team's second timeout. You can start to see some of the nerves get to the Tornadoes. And Coach Matt Peabody is going to try his best to get their own rally started. We've seen big comebacks before. As a matter of fact, this team here on the right, Frankfort, came back from near double-digit deficit to win against Manuka in their state semifinal match. So nothing here is impossible. The Tornadoes definitely have a chance to come back and win this one, just like the Frankfort Tigers were able to come back to win that first set, because if they would not have won that first set, they would not be standing where they are today with Manuka winning that second set. So anything is possible here. Tornadoes getting a standing applause by the fan base, letting them know that they have their back. And again, the right headspace, and try their best to come back. And what better way than a spike by Ella Bertelson. Unable to be recovered, get called for a double hit. Substitutions being made for the Tigers. Number 14, Aubrey Parlow will check in as number 16, Ella Barek checks out. Be number 34, Ella Bertelson of the Tornadoes to serve. Service controlled and maintained by the Tigers. Blocked by the Tigers. The Frankfort Hickory Creek fans get on their feet. But the Tornadoes know, if it wasn't obvious already, that their attempt was blocked. Taylorville unable to counteract that one. Tigers now lead
by 9.
Serve unable to go over the net. Substitutions being made as number 13, Emmy Elliott checks out, and number 23, Emma McCord checks in. And here comes one of Taylorville's best servers so far, number 19, Anna Beshrowski. With her powerful serves, is able to get a little bit of momentum going for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, you better hope.
Tigers were unable to recover that one, and she'll try it again. And again.
And they're going to recover again.
So serve is beckoned again. Serve is up, serve is over, serve is good, serve is unable to control.
Times. And a timeout, and a timeout. It's taken by the Tigers after a 3-0 verse from Taylorville.
That is the momentum that the Tornadoes needed. Anna Besharowski said, I don't need anyone else's help. I'm just going to score 3 points all on my own. So with that, the deficit has devolved down to 5. Still in favor of the Tigers. Score is 10 to 15. Frankfort Hickory Creek, the only team left with a timeout after this. They will still have 1 remaining. They're going to try to get Emma Besharowski kind of out of rhythm there. Try their best to make her make a mistake. But I'll tell you what, if she's able to keep in the right headspace after this, there's not going to be too terribly much that the Tigers are going to be able to do other than just adapt to what she's throwing at them. So serve is beckoned, serve is up, serve is low. Timeout tactics worked as number 7 Sage Canny kicks in for number 30 Aubrey Sazama. And she'll take the serve. So serve is up to libero Mia Gregory. Set and spike for the Tornadoes out of bounds. Bring the deficit up to 7 so far. Serve is over. Bump, set, and spike by the Tornadoes. Nothing too powerful though. Tornadoes will take their time with it. Just a little dump over. Decided to not take the chance with the out of bounds there, and they'll play it. Everybody from the Tornadoes wanted a double hit called there. And instead it will go in favor of the Tigers. So the Tigers make their serve. Over by the Tornadoes. A little trouble controlling that, but still able to get a spike off on that. Ball makes contact with the court. It is now 19 to 10. Head coach Matt Peabody telling them to not worry about anything that their fan base might think should have been called, just to play the point right here, right now, make the best comeback possible for them. And a double hit, I believe, is going to get called on the Tigers.
So the fan from Taylorville got what they wanted, but it wasn't early.
So with that, substitutions being made for both sides. Tornadoes back into serve. Serve is up. Very good serve. Able to be controlled though. The Tigers unable to be spiked over though. Gets into the net and they'll slowly start crawling their way back. Set to serve right now is number 16, Ainsley Altman of the Tornadoes. Service is up, over, and good. Finds contact with the court. And the Tornadoes are going to start to make the ride to the lead. It starts with this next point here. Serve is over. Serve is good. Would have been close to being out again. Nothing too fancy from the Tigers. Just a quick low bump over. Bump and attempted dig. And double hit made by the Tigers. Brings the deficit down to 5. Tigers fans have obviously been in a while Serve is beckoned over. Serve is good. Really controlled hit by the libero. Big spike, slowed down by that front line. Up, spike, blocked. Libero checks in for Taylorville. That's number 16. Breck checks in for the Tigers. 5 points away from sending the Tornadoes home. And big dig by the Tigers. Able to save that point. It's Mia Gregory. Spike over. So with that one down, it was only 4 points away from victory for the Tigers. Ball's let go and ball's in, only 3 points away, the Tigers. Tornadoes are going to have to make a big run if they want any chance of victory now. Service over. Service up. Light spike by the Tornadoes. Still difficult to recover though for the Tigers. And not quite blocked. 2 points away from the state championship. We've seen the Tornadoes make comeback, make a few rallies before. They're going to need the biggest rally they've had all season here. With a deficit of 10 points, and any mistake will end the game. There is 1 point separating the Tigers from victory. 10 for the Tornadoes. Bump, set, and over. Tigers unable to control it cleanly, but control it nonetheless. Set and spike. Nothing too powerful. Tigers able to take control. Now the Tornadoes. Big dig. Saved again by the Tornadoes. Saved again by the Tigers. And a quick little bump over. Good rally getting here. And spiked over. Big spike saved by the Tornadoes. They're not going to be able to get anything fancy off of it, but they're going to get it over nonetheless. Little bump over by the Tigers. Probably the longest rally we've had so far, the one of most suspense. And with that, the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers are your IESA 7th grade state champions. In 2 sets, final score of 25-14. Congratulations to both teams on their success so far. Both teams have had a very, very successful career, as the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers are your back-to-back 7th grade class 4A state champions. So we'll stick with you here until we get this awards ceremony started. We would like to thank everyone for tuning in. Again, whether you're from Taylorville, Frankfort Hickory Creek, Illinois, the United States, or somewhere else across the globe, we appreciate everyone's support here in watching this matchup here today. Once again, we'd like to congratulate the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers on their 7th grade state championship, as well as the Taylorville Lady Tornadoes volleyball team on a very hard-fought season, a very hard-fought match. Unfortunately, unable to come out on top today. That does not mean that they should be any less proud of yourselves. You guys had an incredible season, and to have your only loss come from the state champions is something to be very, very proud of. So I'll stick with you for these awards ceremony. So as of right now, they're about to award the sportsmanship pins to one member from each team. So it is not necessarily the MVP, it is the most sportsmanlike player on the court. They're respectful to officials, they're respectful to the opposing team, and they're respectful to the facilities. So from Taylorville, we have Nora Curtin as your IESA state sportsmanship winner. And from Frankfort Hickory, number 28, Allison Irvin gets her sportsmanship pin. Sportsmanship is always so important here in these matches. Congratulations to both teams on their accomplishments, and both these players, both Nora Corcoran and Allison Irvin, on their accomplishments. With a final record of 27 wins and 1 single loss here tonight, Taylorville Lady Tornadoes. Principal Bruder getting recognized first, receiving his second place medal. Athletic Director Brian Sample heading out to the court to receive his as well. Assistant principal as well. Head coach Matt Peabody will come out to receive his medal. He'll get the loudest applause of anyone else so far. Assistant coach Kim Peabody as well. Now assistant coach Clark Peabody coming out to receive his medal. And final assistant coach James Peabody, not present here with us today, but he'll get his medal too. Now let's go through the Tornadoes. Number 1, defensive specialist Opal Ryan. Number 6, libero Mila Gregory. Number 8, outside hitter Macy Neighbors. Number 9, the setter and outside hitter Peyton May. Number 10, middle hitter Adam Durbin. Number 15, setter Ella Ralph. Number 16, middle hitter Ainsley Altman. Number 17, defensive specialist Noah Burgess. Number 18, the middle hitter Noah Corton. Number 19, outside hitter Anna Besharowski. Number 21, setter Kenley Durbin. Number 22, outside hitter Adela May. Number 27, outside hitter Josephine Stevens. And number 34, Ella Burleson will get the largest applause of anyone here today. But I feel like the largest applause is yet to come. Then finally, managers and statisticians to receive their medals as well. And now, for your state championship team, the Tigers of Frankfort Hickory Creek. Final record, 21 wins, 0 losses. You're back-to-back state champions of the 7th grade Class 4A championship. Principal Tricia Dotson gets her medal first, followed by Athletic Director Josh Purpura. And the assistant principals, not here today, will be assisted as well. Head coach Katie Roberts will head out there, get her medal, as well as assistant coach Christina Vallejo. Now for the players. Number 6, the setter, Demi Hartman. Defensive specialist, number 7, Sage Tanny. Outside hitter, number 9, Kenzie Connolly. Outside hitter, number 12, Callie Lincoln. Outside hitter, number 13, Emmy Elliott. Number 14, defensive specialist, Aubrey Barlow. Outside hitter, number 16, Ella Barek. Middle hitter, number 17, Mia Hartman. Outside hitter, number 20, Charlie Faywinter. Defensive specialist, number 23, Emma McCord. Another defensive specialist, number 26, Eva McDowell. Middle hitter, number 28, Allison Irvin. The libero, number 1, Ashley Ortiz. And finally, middle hitter, number 30, Aubrey Sazama. And with that, your Taylorville Lady Tornadoes are going to accept their IESA class for a second place state championship. And now, after a quick round of applause, the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers step forward to receive your IESA Class 4A 7th grade state championship trophy. Again, final record of 21-0, back-to-back state champs. As they will get their final chance of the volleyball season underway for them. Congratulations to Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers on an astounding accomplishment, and congratulations to the Taylorville Lady Tornadoes on a hard-fought and highly successful season. Congratulations to all the members of that team, all the coaches. We appreciate all the fans coming out here and supporting us today. And for those of you joining us on TommyTV, we appreciate all of your guys' support. Unless the 8th grade volleyball team makes it to state, our next broadcasts are going to be spring sports. That includes girls soccer, baseball, softball, and track and field. In addition, make sure to be looking out for our Tommy Awards, as well as May 10th for Taylorville natives. We still have seats left. We would love to see as many people at that event as possible. And while I am here, while we have time to kill, the Christian County CEO program is hosting a pickleball tournament on April the 5th at the Christian County YMCA. Great opportunity to see the new facility and have some fun with friends. It is a doubles tournament with a youth and adult league. Make sure to either ask a Christian County CEO member or to check out the Christian County CEO Facebook page, or to see one of the flyers in the high school for the King of the Dale Paddle Up Pickleball Tournament. We see here the Tornadoes lining up for their photo as Tommy comes in there to join them. On the opposite side, there's also the Frankfort Hickory Creek getting their pictures in with their mascot as well. Tanner, is there anything you'd like to add before we wrap up this broadcast?
Thanks for joining me, Ben, all weekend, and thanks for the TommyTV broadcast with our students and our TommyTV staff. We will put on this amazing show for the fit people at home. With that being said, my name is Tanner Smith. Thanks a lot.
So once again, the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers are your IESA 7th grade Class 4A state championship. Final record of 21-0. Taylorville Tornadoes fall to them. Final record of 27-1. A very great season so far. We congratulate all the players, coaches, and faculty. We appreciate all of the fans, both here and online. We appreciate all your support and appreciate everyone for joining us. For one final time, congratulations to the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers and the Taylorville Tornadoes on an outstanding season on both sides of the court. That will conclude us here on TommyTV for the final time of this IESA 7th grade Class 4A state championship. You're watching TommyTV. Have a great rest of your day.
You're watching TommyTV.